G'day guys, welcome to Rumble's Fish Room. So, wow, it's been a day. I will let you guys know, today's video is a bit of a spoiler on tomorrow's video, because tomorrow... Whoa. I've never heard my dog bark inside the house before. What are you doing, mate? He just wants some attention. He knows that the green screen's not on, so he knows he's in the background. And he's just trying to be a part of the video. How different does it look without the green screen on, guys? I was like, my lounge room's renovated now. And I've got floors. I just haven't got a new couch yet. But I was like, I'm just going to have that in the background for today. Because we are going to be trying to spend most of our time in the fish room today, filling the fish tank. The only problem is I forgot to charge my phone today. Well, I didn't forget. I was at work and I was on site, so I couldn't charge my phone. But I'm charging it now quickly. Have you guys noticed how much faster your phone charges when you turn it off? I just turned it off for like 15 minutes and we gained like 40% battery. So next time you're in a hurry to charge your phone, turn it off. So I've got a coffee. I'm going to drink my coffee and then I'm going to go fill up Frankentank once I finish my coffee, I think. I'm not going to do it straight away. Hot topic I do want to talk about today. You guys know the deal. I'm thinking about changing the day of my live stream. And today is going to be a bit of a, not a decider, but I want to change it to earlier in the week just because the football season is going to start soon. And I know that most of the people watching will want to catch the football game rather than watch me live. So why not change the day and then we can do both? So I kind of think that I don't know whether to do like a survey or I can do a survey on YouTube, can't I? Maybe next week I'll chuck a survey up and if you guys see it on my page, then just vote. But I also need to like talk to the other YouTubers because I don't want to tread on anyone's toes. And so that clearly means that Thursdays is out of the contendings because that's Blake's Aquatics. I don't know what other days other people have. From what I can think of, Prawny is in the morning, so that won't affect me. I've just gone blank in my head about who's when now, but let's say hello. G'day, Blake. G'day, Nathan. I see you shared the video. Thanks heaps for that. G'day, John. How are you? G'day, Craig. Good to see all the familiar faces in here. Is anyone in Bitcoin? If you're not, then you won't get why today was exciting. Well, not even today, just like literally the last 10 minutes. Bitcoin decided to go on a rally while I'm setting up my live stream. It just gained like more than 10% in 5 minutes before I went live. Dr. Black's... No, I'm pretty sure Dr. Black's in the mornings. Cichlid Aquarium Keeper, I think I might have missed you a message you sent in the live stream last week. Can you please contact me on Facebook if possible? If you can't contact Rumble's Fish Room page on Facebook, then just let me know in the chat now. But basically, I don't really want to do live sales in the live stream. I do have males, flower horns ranging from basically $300 to $500. But the Perth Cichlid Society swap meet, I will be taking a few boys and I will be selling one for $100. So it's pretty much, what's that, 60% off? So I'm pretty sure it's going to sell within 5 minutes of the swap meet opening. But it's going to be interesting. Oh, Blake, that's an interesting point. Is Ray's like a is that one of like those investment companies where you just put it in and you get like a percentage back and they do all the investing for you. I've actually had a really shit week on Bitcoin, guys. I got way too cocky and tried to do some big leverage trading and I failed. The only thing that saved me is I was only leverage trading winnings. I wasn't leverage trading any of my long-term holds. But hey, we're not here to talk about Bitcoin, are we? G'day, Blake. How are you? Shooter McGavin. My bad. I always struggle to pronounce names when I'm on the spot. I don't know why. Actually, let's take that back. You guys all know you take the piss out of me in every video. Even when I'm not live, I can't pronounce the name of fish. So what's the difference with humans? That's cool to hear you got to see the stream from the start. I know it can be tough catching streams from the start. I know I don't catch many people from the start. And also, the other problem I have is I only really watch I'll say listen to Australian fish tubers. And I can't comment or anything because I'm at work with my headphones in and I just listen. I can't comment. I can't watch it. But it's quite frustrating because, like, you guys know, I've always got my input on most topics. I'm pretty outspoken. And when I can't comment on all the topics that the people are talking about in their streams, it does get a bit frustrating. But they all know I'm watching, I think. I try to get at least one hello comment in them. Oh, Blake, yeah. Savings account that micro invests. I'm all about it. And from what I've been researching lately, it seems like a lot of younger people under the age of, say, like 40 are really getting into investing, which is like not the norms. And it looks like a load of 20-year-olds on Reddit got into GameStop, and Wall Street actually shut them down somehow or something. I don't know the full story, but all the older guys were like shut the younger guys down or something, and now the whole internet's out of rage. So I've still got a lot to research after this live stream because I really want to know about the topic. I've actually set up a stock market trading account as of like 2 days ago as well. So I'm not just only trading crypto. My plan is to have like 70% shares, 30% crypto. But once again, I'm so passionate about it, guys, but it's just not what the channel's about, is it? All right, we're 2/3 of the way through my coffee. So we're 2/3 of the way on the way to the fish room to fill Frankentank. My phone's on 80%. That's enough battery to fill Frankentank. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, Rumble's video during the week. All right, the snatch and grab. Everyone saw it, except for me. I didn't see it editing, obviously, not until after. And once it's seen, it's never unseen. I considered deleting the video and editing it and re-uploading, but what's the harm in it? I just leave it there. I actually got more goldfish since I made that video, guys. So maybe on the way to the fish room, I'll show you the more goldfish. I kind of want to change the fish up in the goldfish tank. Sounds silly, but I want less gold in there. So I kind of want to sell a couple of the, I think, Rikens. And I want less of that traditional, that traditional deep gold. And I want more of the like, is it calico with like the champagne gold and whites and blacks. I want more pandas. I think just thin out the gold a little bit. There's too much gold in the tank for me at the moment. I'm sure you guys know what I mean by that when I show you. G'day, Chef. G'day, Anonymous. How are you? I did shares when I was younger. Had a great time. May help me out. Made some good money. Oh, Chef, you got sidetracked. I think it's one of those things you might like trade for 12 months and then have a 5-year break and then do it again. Who knows? Who knows? Um, the other thing I'm going to do, I really want to look into my future. I'm gonna start looking at setting up my superannuation better. I haven't ventured into that yet. My uncle has actually set up a self-managed super fund. I'm not going to do that because I've had a full-time job since I was 15, and I've paid proper super premiums. So I'm definitely going to have a good super, but my uncle doesn't. So he's actually managing that through shares to try and make himself some super. It's not bad coffee. 2 spoons of Moccona, a teaspoon and a half of sugar, and 50 mils of what I'm drinking. Is it the milk that is unpasteurized or whatever? I started trying to drink. I'm trying to go to less processed foods basically. So I've got like, I can't remember what it's called, but like Moccona ain't coffee. I just can't be bothered trying to brew real coffee. I've actually got a coffee machine at work, so occasionally I do grind my own coffee at work and make a coffee, but at home I drink instant coffee. Work that out. Shooter, the Nibochromoslini aren't going good. They're still slowly dying. It's really strange because the polystigma got sick, and when they got sick, it looked identical to what the Linny had. I treated the polystigma tank, and within days, like literally 24 hours later, they looked better. And so then the Linny, I tried to give the same medication, and nothing changed. So I guess it's a little bit of an insight. I'm thinking about there's 2 Linny left. Well, there's 3 Linny left. One looks like it's on its deathbed, so we'll class that as 2 left. And I'm honestly just thinking about culling the 2. I know somebody else who got Linny from not the same person, but possibly the same line, and theirs also had the same problem that mine did. Blake, am I going the paleo diet? I've never heard of it, so I don't think so. I don't do diets. I don't do research on eating healthy. I know what I should and shouldn't eat, and I just decide like that. I'm not like, like people will do like their phase diets. Somebody at my work is chronic for that. He'll go on like a diet for like 2 weeks, and then he'll go off it and he'll just eat like bulk crap and put on all the weight that he lost in that 2 weeks. And I just try and like curve my eating instead of dieting, if that makes sense. G'day, Panton's Fish Keeping. 19 viewing. That's pretty good, guys. Last week was a bit lower. Last week was like, I think we maxed out at about 12. I was kind of a little bit disappointed about that, but hopefully coming away from Christmas, we might start getting some more. Blake, you drink it because it's free. Oh, you don't want to know what's free at my work. My work's got like the big tins. I can't actually remember what it is. Is it Nescafe? Anyway, I don't drink it. I take Moccona to work. I'm actually surprised you don't like Moccona. For instant coffee, it's pretty much the only one that I like. Yeah, Blend 43, that's the one. That's what's at my work. It's like dust. But, yeah, I take Moccona to work, or I make my own. G'day, Maddie. How are ya? Still loving those goldfish? Alright, so Maddie tells me how much he hates goldfish. Next thing, he PMs me a photo of a goldfish at a pet shop for sale. It's almost like he was telling me to go buy the goldfish. For someone who hates them, why would he send one to me? Oh. Anyway, I finished my coffee. It might be time to go to the fish room. Well, funny you say that, Blake. I was actually talking to somebody about my work, and the strike isn't in the picture, but I'm not happy. I'm not going to go any further than that because I'm live on YouTube and there is a chance that somebody from work's watching. But I'm pretty sure like 90% of my work, basically except for my boss, isn't happy with the pay rates. So that's all right as long as my boss doesn't watch it. But how sick would it be if I could quit my job? No. Yeah, you know how like when a gay person hates on gay people and they're actually gay but they don't want to admit it. Sorry if I'm like stereotyping like closet gay people, but I think that's what Maddie might be with goldfish. He actually loves them. Craig, you drink the Aldi coffee. I can't say I've ever tried it, but what's her name? Aldi has some good stuff if you go through it, and certain things like some of their meat is good, not all of it, but when I cook on my smoker, sometimes I actually use Aldi meat. 90% of the world isn't happy with their pay rates. All right, well, I'll just say one thing. I'm not going to say how much I get paid or anything like that, but the thing that's upsetting is everybody in my work, or at least on the floor, we haven't had a pay rise for 6 years. So I don't even need to tell you how much I earn for you to go, wow, 6 years, that's not cool. But this video is not about pay rates at work. I really shouldn't talk about it on the video, but I feel like if I just give you that little bit of an insight, you'll understand why I'm upset. Can anyone come to and high five? I've never tested. I'm guessing you're talking about salt water. Phosphates are way out of my league. I don't even test nitrates. No, but seriously, I got the nitrate test kit out the other day and tested a few tanks. It was actually pretty exciting. It was like, oh, I don't do this often enough, actually. G'day, Eel. How are you? I don't know if you just jumped in or I missed you. All right, so we're going to have to swap to the phone. Look, I even already sent myself the link. I'm prepared. All right, so I got to mute this one. All right. Oh. Let's go. My missus just got home. Let her in. All right. I gotta switch camera. Oh, wrong button. Alright, so we're on the right camera now. I'll try to bring up the chat as well. The only problem when I bring the chat up, I can't see what I'm filming. Alright, so even though StreamYard butchers the quality of the video, you guys kind of get it. I have to keep that one because the missus loves it because it's got a moustache. But I don't want to keep the big raccoon, but there's like the smaller one there. I don't know. Maybe like this one. There's a couple I want to swap out. I want to get another white one, pure white, because that guy's cool. Maybe another red Caparanda. And I want to get. Is it Ranchu? I want to get Panda Ranchu. I can't remember which is which. Oh, and I want to get more Panda Moors, at least one more. Let's check out the comments. I'm guessing, so reading the comments about the phosphates, I'm guessing one of the things would be actually just like old tank syndrome. I'm guessing it's like similar, when your nitrates are high, I'm guessing your phosphates are high as well. I still haven't cleaned the glass, guys. You guys keep count, because I was told you on last week's live stream. I think we're at like 3 weeks now. Hang on, I might get tripod. No, I can't be bothered. I'll just hold the phone. Alright, so I'm going to try to keep up with the comments as well, which means the camera angles might be a bit funky. Did I miss anyone in the chat? Oh, man, it's stuff. It's, oh, hang on, hold up. I gotta swap the Wi-Fi. Alright, we're on. You guys aren't meant to look in this one. Hopefully it stays connected. I'll keep the door open. Yeah, most have seen the chat going for a while. Of course, the time that I'm going to do majority of the stream on my phone is when the chat takes off, but that's cool. I'm stoked. Last week I was a little bit disappointed in how many people watched, but looks like we're turning that around today. We need a hose. I really should have got this ready before I went live, but I was too busy worrying about Bitcoin. Where's the end of the... There it is. Too busy watching 2 full beers though. Alright, so one, you guys know this one. We're using this water up here, so it means we can put fish straight in it. I probably won't put fish straight in it. I don't even know what fish I'm putting in it. This thing leaks these days, actually. Oh, I had a lot. I'm doing it all wrong. I am doing it all wrong. It's all gone to shit, guys. I should have bought the tripod, then you guys could have watched the tank while I get the light. There we go. There's a bit of light. I might just sit on the ground. Oh, there's a Cribonesis. He's just chilling. They had fry. Doesn't look like they have fry anymore. Alright, so everything's stuck in the fly wire. There's so much dirt in the tank. Let's see what's happening in the chat. Oh, no, I don't know the origin of the mystery catfish. I'm kind of guessing. I think at one stage I had like a little 5 centimeter black catfish in the whatchamacallit tank. In the inside tank when I had the Africans in there. I think it might have come from there. Alright, so I'm doing a horrible job at filming the actual tank filling up. But can anybody notice how this tank water level is down? I just had a heart attack. And I actually thought that maybe the tank's cracked. But look at this. Are you ready? This airline has been draining that tank into the Stingray tank and has dropped that much water out of it. This is not good. This is not good at all. I actually need to get rid of this hose. I was using it as like a drip system for these tubs, but it's not the first time that's happened. Man, I just shat myself, and see how the light is like shining up there? I thought the water was coming off. These guys might be laying eggs in a minute. It's all live action, guys. It's all happening. Except we're meant to be watching this. Look how dirty it is, guys. It is. I cleaned it, and then I don't know what happened, but it's not clean anymore. I do this thing where I get new tanks, and I like know that I should clean them before I put water in it, because it's way easier to clean when it's empty. And then I don't clean it, and then now it ends up this messy. We're almost there, guys. It's actually not a very big tank, eh? Because look how fast that's filling up. Let's look at the chart. Chev, is it a feather fin? I don't know. I kind of think so, but it looks like a feather fin, but I thought feather fins were black, but this one's got spots, so could be. Live action Turtle Man, yeah. That's 100% where that came from, is Turtle Man. Peyton says rookie error. You can't tell me that you've never been in a situation where you've accidentally left a hose in the tank. I know that you've done it. And it's scary. Did you guys notice in the stream how I was like mid-sentence and I like paused? That was like genuinely me crapping my pants. Because the problem here, right, that bottom in the tank was always meant to come out, and I was going to put a 20 millimeter or 19 millimeter base in that tank. And the plan was to put the base in that tank before I put these tanks up. And as you can see, these tanks are up. So to replace the base in this tank, I actually need to take at least 1-2 tanks down and completely out and pull this rack half apart. I probably got to take all 3 off, pull the rack apart, so I can actually drop the base down into the tank. So if this base goes, I might not even do that. I might just patch it again. It's lasted like 2 or 3 years patched like this. What's one more patch? This is I kind of want to clean this tank and make it look pretty again. But pretty with cracks. This is like my tank that's the go-to when people say that they don't trust tanks that have been patched. Let's count the we're meant to be watching that tank there. My bad. It's almost full. It's not gonna it is pretty much full. The problem I've got is the drain on it's really low, and whoever put the drain on it used a weird fitting. So I need to like MacGyver an elbow onto it somehow. So it's at max water level now. That was kind of anticlimactic. I got so sidetracked by talking about this tank that we didn't even watch that tank. Oh well, that's done. I put some water in there because the problem here is the filters don't work with no water in it. That's quite a lot of water because that tank's 7 foot by 4 foot. So that's sad times. Yeah, well, Chef, maybe I had a feather fin that went backwards. It was black when it was little and turned it spotty when it got bigger. It's literally the only thing I can think of. I've not had many catfish at all. So it's got to be that one. I've got plenty of mystery fish. You guys all know about the eel that's in the filter. Maybe a 2-piece patch. Maybe. I guess that distance there is more than half. So I could put half in there and drop it in. But yeah, who knows? So check this out, guys. If you look at it, there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, there, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think it's 10 and 11 patches on the bottom of this tank. And the base is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in 6 pieces. So next time somebody tells you can't patch a tank, this one's been holding water for like 2 to 3 years. I think 2 years maybe. It was never meant to be permanent, but it is now. What's the cichlid in the tank? They're Buccochromis rhodesi. They actually got a little bit sick as well, but they're all right now. They're cruising. The females are starting to get like nice gold through their face. And the male, where's the male? There's a male starting to colour up. I don't know why they're taking so long to colour, but I actually sold some which are younger than these, like much younger, and the guy sold them to me, sent a photo, and his have started to colour up. So I don't know if they're not happy in there or something, but hopefully I've given a bit of medication. Hopefully they start colouring up now. I really like, there's a couple of girls that I specifically want to breed from in there. You love the stripe going down the tank. Do you mean that long one there? So from memory, this patch is actually not as old as those patches. And I don't know why I did that patch up on the back of glass there, but it's obviously for a reason. So what happened was I actually put this tank in here it was out in the shed on the concrete and it was holding water. And then I brought it in here, and that crack was actually when I filled it up in here. And I put that patch on there, and it hasn't cracked again. If you actually look underneath, there's the brace right there. So the crack is bang on the brace. So obviously light went to sag either side of the brace, and that's what cracked it. And so the interesting thing is, the more it cracks, the less it will crack, because now I've used really thin strips to patch it. The base can actually flex where those strips are, and it will flex down the cracks, and it shouldn't crack much more than that, if you know what I mean. But and I always use really thin strips when patching. People put like big chunks on, like whole pieces, and what happens is the big piece, when the base flexes, the big patch actually cracks, and you're back to square one. So yeah, it's holding water. I've got some light strip for this somewhere, so I'll be able to hook that into the main light system. I really like these battens, guys. Have any of you got these? They're just from Bunnings. They're pretty cool. They're bright as hell. But anyway, what do you reckon, guys? All right, those filters are overflowing, so I can turn that off. The good thing about having the water come out of this pump and the IBCs is the flow rate is way more than out of the tap. Like, you guys saw how fast that filled up, and that's probably like 200 to 240 liters. And it definitely didn't take long. I've got to have a tidy up, guys. I've made a mess out here. Motorbike's in pieces. I just went to change one simple little bearing, and then I was like, well, while I'm here, let's pull the whole bike apart, and I'm going to get the shock rebuilt. This light's got to come out. Future me is going to be annoyed at past me for just stacking this light here. That's later's problem. Shut that door. Alright, let's go back to the computer because my finger's hurting from holding the phone. I've been getting a real sore pinky holding my phone, guys. I need to go on my phone less, I think. All right, and we're back. Oh. Okay. There we go. All right, echo gone. Yeah, echo gone. Let me catch up with the comments. Hey Chris, would I be interested in pure Trimax? I don't mean to offend, but if they're your Trimax, the ones that people have been talking about lately, they're not pure Trimax. I don't know whose they are, but a couple of my friends have asked me if I want to buy a Trimax, and there's a lot of Trimac hybrids getting around at the moment. I don't know if it's you or not, but yeah, I'm yet to see a pure Trimac in Australia in the last 10 years. And welcome to the channel, Chris. I don't know if I've seen you here before. But yeah, send me a photo on Facebook, on my fish page, and I'd love to see photos because I'd really like to be proven wrong. I would buy pure Trimax within a heartbeat if I actually saw them. Everybody wants to see the eel. G'day, Chubbs. I haven't said hi to you. Unfortunately, the eel's not very visible. I think maybe I might have caught it on camera once, like for a very split second. But I actually kind of want to get it out and maybe put it with the Buccochromis as well. I might actually take the 2 catfish out and put the eel with the Buccochromis. Maybe. We'll see. It's going to be a mission to get it out. I have to pull the whole filter apart. And then obviously when I start taking media out, the water's going to go completely cloudy. So I pretty much am going to have to take all the media out, suck all the water out, and then take the eel out. Yeah, Anonymous saw the eel. He's pretty big, a lot bigger than when I put him in the tank. I actually didn't see him for like 2 years, and I didn't even know I still had it. So, yeah, it was interesting. Oh, yeah, Chris saying like it's easier to ship fish in a group. Shipping prices have gone through the roof. A box that I sent, the same box that I sent last or 2019, the size box I used was like $110 to send to Melbourne. And then I think when I sent one in December last year, and it was $183 for the same size box. So that's like whatever percentage, almost double. It's insane. It's such a shame that we haven't seen Trimax. It's definitely one of the reasons you guys know I really push Flowerhorn content. I might move the chat over there so I'm looking more towards the camera. You guys know I really try to push my Flowerhorn content with how many generations are required and how hard it is to breed them. Like breeding Trimax into Flowerhorns, it's not a thing anymore. Like Flowerhorns are that developed that you're going backwards to even attempt it. So people need to learn to leave the pure species alone. If you want to breed Flowerhorns, just buy 2 Flowerhorns and breed them. I feel strongly about that one. Maybe make a trap to catch the eel. It's definitely an option, but I haven't cleaned the filter on the Stingray tank for a good 12 months. So, well, actually, that's a lie. I haven't cleaned it for longer than that because I didn't know the eel was in there for like 2 years. So, obviously, I haven't cleaned it for 2 years. Chris, yours are proper pure from Labyrinth's stock. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm definitely keen to know more about it. One of my friend, he doesn't really comment on any of the videos, but Zach Dawson, if you've ever got a Trimac and you want to know whether it's real, he is 100% the person to ask. And the quickest way to figure out whether they're pure or not without knowing what to look for, when you breed them and you've got the fry, so say you get the fry to 5 centimeters, the quickest way to tell if they're pure or not is if all the fry look similar to each other or whether their black markings are all quite different. So Flowerhorns will throw a lot of different shape scripting, whereas if they're pure Trimax, the scripting should be identical or near on identical in all of the fry. Kind of like if you breed like an African cichlid and it's got stripes on it, say like a Mason Reef or a Demisoni, all of the fry look identical. But if say you've got Demisoni that have been hybridized and then somebody's tried to breed them back to a good line, like hybridized Demisoni will have like broken bars, and that's how you tell whether there is a hybridization in the line of the fish you breed. Unfortunately, the problem with that, to discover that, you need to grow up the fish and breed them once to actually find out whether you think they're pure or not, which sucks. I've been stung like that. You guys know I've got the a Lunacara, what are they? Which Lunacara are they? You guys know which one I'm talking about. The ones in the basket that are in the stingray pond. I like grew them out, and basically to the disappointment of me, I'm pretty sure they're hybrids, but they're my first generation that I've owned. So I'm actually trying to breed them, even though I think they're hybrids. I'm trying to breed them to see what the fry turn out like, because that'll tell me more distinctively whether they're hybrids or not. Wow, guys. Bitcoin's at 36,000 US. That's insane. I shouldn't be watching that. Yeah, Anonymous isn't actually a cichlid fan, but is a member on a channel that is 99% about cichlids. I think that's one interesting thing about YouTube is I actually watch a channel called Side by Side Blog, and they race like Polarises and like all the side by sides, or the ATV buggies, and I don't own one. I have no desire to buy one. Yeah, I watch their channel religiously. It's cool. It's like a way into having in fish. It's a way into like maybe experiencing the fish without actually owning them. I'm pretty sure Anonymous can relate to that statement that I just made. Chev, you're almost done with peacock and they're attacking. Are you talking about a Lunacara or peacock bass? So I don't know why. I've never had huge aggression in a Lunacara tanks, but I don't know why. I've never had people say that. People are like, oh man, like my African cichlids are beating on each other, and like I expect them to post a photo of like a Demisoni or something. Oh, peacock bass. All right, ignore that statement then. Peacock bass are a funny one. They're such big, strong fish, and then all of a sudden they can be such wimps. Epistogrammas. If you watch tomorrow's video, I actually talk about 3 fish tanks I want to add to the fish room, and there are actually going to be 3 epistogramma tanks. Hey Chris, don't be sorry for taking over the chat. A busy chat is a good chat. Is Fambala a pisto? I'm guessing so. I spelled that wrong. I'm not very good at reading text on the screen and writing it, apparently. How did I spell that? Nothing's coming up. Is that how you spell Fumbala? Live Google searches. Yeah, last week that was pretty funny. Hey, I don't have the green screen on today, so we can't do share screen with me still on the screen. Or I could put it up in the corner, but no, we're not doing live Google searches. Oh, chef. So I've had that before where like the fish are all chilled and then one fish starts a fight between all the fish and then the fish that started the fight goes and chills in the corner and creates a fight between the other fish. Hey, you know, I should have showed it while I was in the fish room. Speaking about big fish, man, my salmon tail catfish is getting huge. And he gets like spooked out. I don't know. I think the stingray tries to eat him and like bites him, and he flies across the tank, and he hits the side of it. And that stainless steel trough, because it runs right across the whole fish room, it just smashes the side, and it sounds like the wall's going to collapse in the fish room. And this like 60-centimeter catfish is just like bang. G'day, Garcha. Welcome to the memberships. Hopefully you enjoy the videos. Next week, what date is it? Next week's also the members raffle. Did I mention the eye biters? Shooter, the eye biters are going well. There seems to be a little bit of a ammonia bloom in the tank. I think it's ammonia. I'm guessing so. There's a little bit of a haze to the water, so I was actually going to do a video on it and talk about underfiltered tanks because it's only got one sponge filter in it and it's got like 25 Dimachromis in it. Chris, how do you become a member? I'm not sure. Who's a member? I think if you're watching the video, the little button underneath the like and dislike where it says join. Wait. Yeah. I made so the first tier of memberships I made as cheap as I could. It's only $3. I think I wanted to make it cheap enough that if you become a member, you won't notice it out of your bank account, $3 a month, but it's still an incentive to get a video every week, if that makes sense. the chat coming in clutch with the information on how to join the memberships. I want some water, but my water bottle's empty. Chef, go to the unnecessary tier. I think there's like 3 people in the unnecessary tier. I think I'll go have a look. That's insane. So, check this out, guys. Mrs. heard me say I wanted water, but I ran out. She delivered water. That's service. Anonymous, it says, do I still have 2? I think I have 3. I don't know how to get to it, but see all members. Yeah, so we've got Chev and Il Hayes, and someone named Sam, but I've never seen the Sam person comment on my videos, so if you're watching, Thank you very much. Where's my screen gone? There it is. 50 minutes gone already. It has gone quick. Oh, Chev, best channel. Thanks for that. I do appreciate it. I get a lot of people saying that it's their favorite channel, and I super appreciate that. Blake says she's a legend. I hope you're not talking about me, because oh, you're talking about my wife. I get it. Yeah, she is. What kind of woman lets you have as many fish tanks as I do? I was going to say how many I have, but I've forgotten. Did we count them on the live stream last week? It was 40 something, I think. Which I was absolute shock to personally. I didn't even know I had that many. Panton, been sub for over a year. That's dedication there. I don't know why you can't see the join button. So, like, you guys think that $3 might not go far, but for the month, I don't even know when the month ended, but the month ended recently. And with like the monetization and the ads and all that, it added up to like $200 and something, $230, I think. And I spent lots on goldfish. But anyway, basically the $230 went towards the goldfish. I don't want to tell you how much I spent on goldfish. But yeah, so you guys already know, I've said it 100 times before, I don't spend any of the YouTube money on myself. It goes straight into the channel. And the goldfish are part of the channel. I actually want to do a few... I really want to breed the goldfish, because I feel like breeding goldfish and like having thumbnails of breeding goldfish and videos on that might get me a few subs. You guys know I've never been one to like push content to try and get subs, but we've hit a brick wall. I don't know where to find it. Oh, 1,499. Is there anybody in the chat that's not subscribed? We just need one subscriber to hit 1,500. How cool would that be if we hit 1,500 live? I feel like there's going to be no one in the chat that's not subscribed. Considering like over half the chat is a member. Put better in your title and you get 10k views. Oh, I just need to strip half my clothes off and dance on TikTok, and I'll become a what do you call it? Influencer. Like, I don't mean to like bag on anybody, but have you seen Bella Perch or whatever her name is? She just like rolls her eyes side to side and like looks at the camera and becomes a millionaire. It's insane. Bitcoin's almost at... Oh, wow. It hit 38,000 a minute ago. We missed it. G'day, Nelson. How are you? Oh, yeah. So I should crank out the fans only as well while I'm there, hey? Chef's trying to create a second channel. No, I don't think we're going to do it, because maybe if I could... all right, so you'll have to deal with me for a minute. I'm going to make a post while live on Facebook. to get that one sub. Hang on. I can't talk and type at the same time. I'm sorry, guys. All right, so one sub off 1,500 subs. Help. So you know what happens every time I've ever done one of these posts, like I need one sub to hit something, I usually get like 10 subs, which I won't complain about if that happens. I really need to get back in my mojo of like sharing and all that, because remember when we were at like 800 subs and I was racing Blake to 1,000, we were pumping the subs, and then I kind of gave up when we hit 1,000 on the not gave up, but I stopped sharing. Are there any OnlyFans aquarium pages? Well, I had the Patreon before, and like Patreon's used for a similar thing, so it's just easier to have YouTube members. The only shit thing about that is YouTube takes a cut, whereas Patreon was a lesser of a cut, but it doesn't matter. I know it's easier for you guys, and ease of use is definitely the best thing. Anonymous says he'll get his sister to subscribe. It should be 1,500 now. I bet you if I went on like a different app, it would say 1,500. It's funny. YouTube Studio will actually say a different number to YouTube. John, Epistos are a great little fish. Like deep down, quietly in my heart, Epistos are one of my favorites. Like up there in the top 3, really. Oh, Chris found the join button. Welcome. Who did I miss? I don't know if I said hi to Cody-san. GRB, welcome. Oh, Moist is in the chat. How you going, mate? How's the Strigatus going? Mine are killing each other, but they're still breeding, so that's the main thing. Yeah, we hit 1,500 subs, guys. Let's go. That's cool. Hopefully that I was really like disappointed in how long it took me to get from 1,400 to 1,500, but hopefully now that it's at 1,500, I can turn a new leaf, get stuck back into it. And it's a new year. We can do this. Oh, do you know what's cool? But is the YouTube community is just so positive. G'day. I'm just gonna say 77. How are you? Still got 4 breeding. Just taking a couple of mouthfuls. Yeah, so I think I've got 3 females, 2 males, Moist, and they don't seem to be killing each other at that small group, but I will be keeping some of their fry to grow out. I definitely want to keep them in the fish room. But what I was answering a question before. Oh yeah, so I was just saying, like, you guys know I push Korean fish food. I push extreme fish food, and Korean Pet Central they do sell extreme fish food, but I have no obligation to push extreme fish food. My sponsor is Korean Pet Central. I choose to push extreme. And I'm sure quite a few of you saw Aquarium Enthusiasts in Australia. I put a post about extreme. I run the page, so I can post whatever I want. Like I get the page has got rules, but the rules don't need to apply to me, do they? I'm the boss. Well, I'm actually not the boss, but I'm the second boss. Anyway, point being, did anybody see how much negativity I was getting on the fact that I posted about extreme? So if anybody doesn't know, the reason I push extreme so much is not because I get paid to push it. It's because it's my favorite food. And the adoption of extreme in Australia is very low. And I've always tried to push the food because the more people that adopt it as a food, the more chance of it staying in the country. And basically because of our import laws and stuff, aquarium industry stopped importing it. So I was pushing it to try and promote a new importer, and I think I've successfully done my task, but we just got to wait a little while. So that's why I push the food. And I know all of you guys that watch the videos already know that. It's just a couple of people on Facebook get a bit sour. And I've noticed one new thing that's happened recently is like people get upset that I get free promotional products, and I reckon that's funny because like if they only knew how many hours I put into it to get a small amount of free stuff, like it's definitely not a high paying job. Panton just got a 3-kilo tub of their sinking pellets. You'll love it. It's actually so good. Yeah, unfortunately, it's hard to find everywhere in Australia at the moment, Craig, and that's kind of because of what I was talking about, the fact that AI stopped importing it. Oh, I'll see you, Chev. I'll see you next week. Oh, Moist, you got a spawn from the flower horn. Ugh, flower horn boy, you got off me. That's awesome. I might have some flower horn eggs in the next 24 hours. We'll see how we go. Fingers crossed. I really want to breed my red magma with my Thai silk, you know, the pair that are at the top, because there's a reason. Let me find a post. I hope the guy doesn't get upset that I'm going to show it on the screen. So this guy, it's butchering the color. This guy is currently for sale on Flowerhorn Marketplace, and this guy's parents is actually the mother is sister of Charles, my old flowerhorn, and the father is an Australian flowerhorn. But point being, I really love the Armour Pearl flowerhorn, and my big Thai silk male with the girl that's in there will pretty much create what's in this photo, at least if I like pick one out. So that's kind of my goal for that pair. But actually, sorry, that's not my goal from that pair. Is a Thai silk line, but I'm hoping to get a couple of Armour Pearl not boys, but any Armour Pearls to create an Armour Pearl line. Anonymous, I'll check about your extreme after the stream. I'll message someone from Korean. They send it out, not me. It might be my fault, actually. G'day, Dr. Black. How are you, buddy? So one thing that Craig, you said that Extreme's impossible to find in Melbourne. It's only a email away. I don't know what Kareen currently has on their website, but if you email them or message them on Facebook, I know that Ryan or Wade will be happy to help you out and let you know what stock they do currently have. They are running low on stock, but I think they have a lot of what they have, if that makes sense. But they don't have every size and they don't have every quantity. So, like, you just kind of, I think they're out of the big tubs of Big Fella, but they've got like the 500 heaps of the 500 grams of Big Fella. So, just swing him a message. Shipping's bugger all. Raise Aquatics, good morning. Welcome. Good morning. It's good evening. But yes, I will say good morning to you. I find it so bizarre, like the way the world's changing. Like, I know we've had the internet for a long time, but since like COVID and since people got stuck in their houses around the world, and also like people's work went to home, and like it's just crazy how much closer the world has got in the last 12 months, even though they've been further apart from their families and stuff. You know what I mean? Ray, 5 a.m. Jesus. What are you doing? Are you up for work or haven't you gone to bed yet? I'm actually interested to see what your fry looked like from the boy you got off me. Oh, that sucks, right? Off to work. I'm guessing that it's Friday there then. So you're actually 13 hours behind me. Does that mean you're in America somewhere? I feel like we've had this chat in weeks before and you've actually told me where you're from and my brain hasn't remembered that information. I feel like another coffee, but I shouldn't. Florida. Oh, you're a Floridian. You could go catch up with Cletus McFarlane. Man, the cars that you can drive on the road legally are absolutely insane. Like, I don't know if it's just on YouTube or in real life when you're driving down the street, if you actually just see people with such crazy cars that the YouTubers have. Or do you ever like see the YouTubers on the street? Oh, sorry guys, I missed there was a Central American question. Oh, so Kareen's still got Extreme on eBay. That's cool. Where did it go? Oh, so I missed this comment too, Moist. You chucked in extra females from a different breed to spread the aggression. I've done that before. Oh, it was your message. Sorry, Chris. American cichlids, the rarest I've kept. First of all, I haven't kept a lot. Not many at all. What's the rarest? I got like one black nasty in a deal for a flower horn, but I like got it and then sold it the next day. And I'm not 100% sure, but I kind of think the black nasty actually you bred them. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you're that, Chris. I'm just presuming here, but What else? I can just think of the most common that I've bred. I bred red bay snooks, which they are super common, but I haven't seen them much lately. I bred the peacock bass, but I got them to like 4 centimeters and failed to wean them off brine shrimp. But they're also ridiculously common. Anonymous, I haven't really got merch, so I'm actually really disappointed. Somebody. Oh, you're a different Chris. Sorry for that. I didn't mean to mix you up. It is hard sometimes. Anyway, so snooks are illegal. That's interesting, Blackie. So this shirt, it kind of looks crappy in the video, but it's really good quality. And somebody sent me these as a trial, and then I've like asked the person twice about getting them printed, and both times they've like said yes, and then they haven't got back to me with a price. So I'm in the market to get more shirts made. I've said it in a video before. I kind of want to set up the shop like Blake's Aquatics has, how you can go buy the shirts. I just get like a small like cut of what they print the shirts and send them to the customer, and I don't really care about making money off the shirts. I just want you guys to have them because so many of you ask about them. So your old man print shirts. Yeah, so I can give you my email. Everybody in the chat's going to get my email. But there you go. Everyone gets the email. I don't even know what... Oh, I've bred a pair of Feste before. I find that interesting that you say rarer stuff and you included Feste in that. I thought Feste were a super common fish, but maybe that's just in Western Australia. I've actually got Feste, but I think it's 2 boys. Yeah, so Dr. Black says red bubble and set your profit to low. I think I might just do that. I'll just set it up. And also, I don't want the big logo on the front. I want a pocket size logo on the front and the bigger one on the back. Wow, that's interesting, Chris. Maybe I should chase up a female to breed with my male then, because I've got a male Feste that's pretty much at breeding size. I just don't have a female for him. And I can get them quite easily here in Western Australia. I actually bought like 200 Feste once about like 8 years ago. And I grew them outside and then sold them at the end of the month. Yeah, interesting, Chris. It'd be interesting to see what ones are pure. If you've got pure Zons, I'd buy them in a second. But pretty much all the Viha that you've mentioned there, I haven't seen them in pure forms. You guys have seen my Viha collection. They're all hybrids, and they came from 4 different sources, and I don't think there's one pure one in there. Yeah, I've got the artwork. I actually made the artwork myself. Well, sort of. The Dimachromis in the photo is actually a real fish that was stenciled. Where can I details? So I've got the artwork and it's 2,200 pixels square. I think it's pretty big version of the logo. Michael, welcome. I don't know if I've said hello to you, but your statement that you've just made is exactly what I think. And I actually did a video about it a while ago, but I didn't actually label the video about it. At the end of one of my videos, I kind of talked about somebody asked me what fish to breed to make money. And if you've got time on your side, the best fish to breed, as far as I'm concerned, is the most common fish at the time. Buy the cheapest, most common fish you can buy and just sit on it for 2 years and then sell and breed the hell out of it and then just flood the market yourself. Don't tell anybody about it. Obviously, I can't do it now. I've got YouTube. You guys all see what I've got. But if you're not on YouTube and you're just in your own little shed, buy a fish that is super common. One fish I've been saying is redfin cadango, but I think the fact that I've been saying it so much on YouTube, I've kind of ruined that cycle for that fish because people have bought it because I've said it. Maybe. I don't know if I've got that much influence on people, but I like to think I do. I can actually... I'll add you on Facebook, Chris. I didn't... There you go. You're right there. Oh, you're in my friends. I kind of don't really... I forget who's in my friends and who's not these days. My personal Facebook is slowly turning into part of Rumble's Fish Room because at this stage there's more fish people on my profile than there is not fish people. Shrimp is a go-to for you. The problem is shrimp are illegal in Western Australia. I mean, you can get away with chucking them on Gumtree, but there is occasionally raids. There hasn't been one for like 5 or 6 years, but it's not a risk I'm willing to take because they bleach every tank. If I only had shrimp and no other fish, I would probably risk it, but the fact that they would bleach all of my fish, I wouldn't risk shrimp. Yeah, Chris, we are friends. Michael, that's interesting. 10 years ago, I can't. Which color morph is the Masuli? Oh, how do you say that? Yeah, Masuli. So yeah, the yellowtail ACI. Yellowtail ACI is one of the very first fish I bred. I had yellowtail ACI and albino grashaki. But it wouldn't have been more than 10 years ago. I think it was about 9 years ago, maybe 8 years ago. See you later, Anonymous. Good to have you here. Dr. Black's looking for PS3 games. I've got a PS1 and a PS4. I don't have a 2 or 3. That we would have just missed each other, Michael, I reckon, because I know Hines. He still kicks around sometimes. You would have been around when the Dimachromis compressor seps were flooded in the market. Hey, that would have been about 10 years ago. And I can't remember his name. There was a guy that was like that flooded the market with albino compressor seps as well. Is the Arctari ACI as well? I'm not too familiar with the names of all the ACI. No. I would actually love to get which one is it? I would love to get some more ACI again, but I'm trying to move more away from Mabuna and more Haps. Wow, 200 each for a albino bristlenose. I'm guessing you would have been friends with Jono then. Either friends or enemies, one of the two. Oh, Bitcoin's crashing, guys. We're at 1,501 subscriptions. Anyway, guys, I think I might wrap it up. What do you reckon? Chat's starting to slow down, so I'm going to take that as a sign that everyone's keen to bugger off. There was a bunch of new faces today, which is cool. Why am I on Bitcoin? Because I want to make money. No, I don't know. I just want to invest. I want to retire. And the more money I can put into retirement, the better. Panton, someone started live. Alright. I think I'm going to wrap it up, guys, because I don't know what else to talk about. I don't know why my face looks so red on camera. Oh, and also, what do you think? I'm streaming at 1080p on StreamYard. As of next week, it's going to drop back to 700. Do you reckon I should pay for StreamYard or not? I'm on the fence. I actually run my YouTube on my phone at like 480, so I kind of am on the fence about even paying for the better quality on StreamYard when I know that I wouldn't use it personally, so I don't know what to do. Oh, you lost a goal-based beta. That sucks. I've had a few get prolapse and then it just disappear without even treating them for anything. I've never had a male with prolapse, but I've only had females with prolapse. Oh, that sucks, Ead, that you only just finished work. Shout outs to all the people that are watching this post stream. That's one statistic that shocks me. I'd never expected so many people to watch the post stream. So shout outs to all of you. Yeah, Chef says I wouldn't pay. It's quite expensive from what I remember. Is it like $20 or $30 a month? And like the only reason I need it is if I go to the fish room and go on my phone. I don't think I can do that directly on YouTube. But yeah. Yeah, Blackie barely noticed the difference when you tried 1080p. I might do some research and have a chat to Blake's Aquatics. I know he's done a lot of research. Maybe we ditch StreamYard and go with a different app. Yeah, $25 a month. Netflix is less than that, and like I use Netflix every day. I'm only using this once a week. That's like $6.25 a stream. I'm not paying that. Unless I get 3 new members in the next 35 seconds, I'm not paying it. We've got a question. I'll give you the question because you missed the stream. Is baby brine shrimp small enough for guppy fry to eat? I'm going to go with yes. That's not an educated answer, but I think I would say so. Everything can eat baby brine shrimp except for maybe like clownfish fry or discus fry. I haven't found a fish that can't eat baby brine shrimp personally. And like I think guppy fry, aren't they? I'm not saying this with experience, but I thought you could just do crushed flake and they do really well. But that's definitely not an educated thing because you guys know I killed all my guppies. We didn't get enough memberships in the 30 seconds, guys, so we're not getting the subscription for StreamYard. I'll do some more research on it. But yeah. I'm pretty happy to keep it at 720p. Is it 720? Yeah. You guys will see next week the quality difference. But I was actually low-key, like very, very low-key, thinking about doing the streams on Twitch. From what I've heard, Twitch is better quality. But then we're crossing platforms and it's hard to get people to cross platforms. So I think I would actually be affecting my views if I switch to Twitch, like reducing my views. So yeah, we're not going to Twitch. Don't have to stress about that. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. If you're cool, you might hit the like button on the way out. And I think everybody in the chat currently is subscribed because we went through that earlier. But anyway, guys, peace out.